Hello everyone and welcome to the next lessons of the course. So in the previous lesson we already created a Hello project on Android Studio. So in this lesson we're going to talk about the structure of the project, and for the details we will discuss about what we have in the Androidmanifest Xml, and in the next I will talk about the build.gradle. Normally this is the configuration of the project, and finally we will talk about the layout in Android Studio, how we can create a UI for our application using Android Studio. Okay, so I will open again the project we created in the previous lessons. So what we have here, so the structure of the project is here. So you should we have several views of the structure, but it is better that you choose the Android view. So in this browser it is the best convenient for us to uh, explore the project. So firstly you can check on the manifest and the Androidmanifest XML here. Okay, so in this file we have several information like the label of the project, means when you install your app to a smartphone, we're gonna have the application name of your project. Yeah, so it will display here. So if you want to change, you can try to press Ctrl, then you click, you will jump to the part that you can change the application name, and it is in the strings.xml. You can directly change here by using like you type the string like this or whatever you want. Okay, and the next one is the icon of the project. We will talk about this one later, because to create an icon for the project you need several steps to make an icon. Okay, but the main important that you're going to work with the Androidmanifest is here. So please remember this line, which is just after the package line. So we're gonna have to add some permission if we want to work to access to the network, for instance. So you can filter to see what we will do if we want to work to the network, for instance. So for the future we will create a project and we need to access to a server, request some information. So in this case you have to declare the permission of your application, like the internet permission, but currently we don't need to add any special permission, so I can delete it. Okay, so this is the first important in the Androidmanifest, which is to declare the permission for your project. So the next one, I would like that you spend some time to investigate what is the intent, which is declared here. Okay, so this is the intent for the main activity, which is our main activity.java here. So the activity is launched if we have this intent or this intent. Okay, we have two different intent for the main activity. In the case you have multiple activities, you also have to declare the intent for these activities as well. Okay, so please spend some time to investigate what is the implicit intent or explicit intent. It is very important in Java, so we have some chance to work with these intents later on. So the next one is the build.gradle, and you have to choose in this the second line, which is the module app instead of project. Okay, so you can double click here. So basically this is the configuration of our application, like the minimum SDK version, it is 19 here, and actually this is the number for Android KitKat, which is Android 4.4. Okay, so the target of your platform, you can increase this target if you want to make us better compatible for higher Android operating system like Android 8 or Android 9. Okay, so this is also very important, which is the version name and the version code of your app. Okay, so when you see an app on your phone, it is updated from Google Play, it means that the version code on the Google Play is higher than the version you have on your phone. So in this case, the developer will change the version code to a higher number, build again the application, and then release to Google Play. Okay, so this is the version code. The version name is not really important, but normally you should put a value which is close to the version code, because this one will be displayed to the user. So if you use the same version name, the version code is higher, it is not a problem, but from the user, they don't know which is the update of your application. The dependencies is also important as well, and you have a chance to work with this part very soon. So in this part, you're gonna add some libraries for your program, like working in the Arduino. Normally you need to add some libraries. So in Android Studio, we add the libraries in the dependencies part. Okay, so please remember for the configuration and this part, which is uh, the uh, the place you add the library. So on the last part of the Android structure, you should go to the resource folder, which is the rest folder. You go to the layout, and we have the activity main here. So it is actually the layout of your application. Okay, when you want to create a UI for your app, you need to change here, but for for the beginning, you should use the linear layout instead of the constraint layout. You can try to delete it and change the tag to linear layout like this one. Okay, so when you use the linear layout, one of the most important is parameter is the orientation of the layout. So we only have two different choices, which is the vertical or horizontal. So in this case, I will choose it is in vertical. So you're gonna see when you put everything in the vertical, so it will put follow like this. But if you change to the horizontal, it will split in a row. Okay, so you can try to change the value of the orientations. Okay, so I hope you can create some very nice UIs for your app. So the manual for the structure of the Android Studio is stopped here. So see you in the next manual, where we will create a very simple application for your app. Thank you.